intermittent fasting can actually slow down your metabolism. And I'm going to talk about that for a minute. But before I get started, I want to say two things regarding fasting. The only two times you should be fasting is when you're either asleep, number one, or number two, for religious purposes. Outside of that, you shouldn't be using fasting for weight loss effects or fat loss benefits or anything like that, or as a tool for either of those. So, if you've ever, one of the biggest things that intermittent fasters love to push is their whole objective when they wake up. And if you're familiar with intermittent fasting, they don't eat when they wake up, okay? They don't eat till later in the day. And the whole point of that, their whole objective when they wake up is to suppress the appetite. Suppress the appetite, suppress the appetite. Hunger's their enemy, suppress the appetite. And here's the problem with that, is your appetite is regulated by your metabolism. Your appetite is regulated by your metabolism. People with a fast metabolism, they got a healthy appetite. They want to eat all the time. People with a slow metabolism, they're never hungry. They're never hungry when they wake up. They just don't have any appetite. So that can be problematic. So when you have somebody that already has no appetite when they wake up in the morning and then wants to do intermittent fasting, what's that going to do? That's going to suppress their appetite even lower. All right. So another key point that kind of feeds into all this is that one thing people have to remember is that the digesting food is actually a thermogenic process. And I've discussed this in webinars in the past, but the thermogenic process of digestion is so profound in stimulating the metabolic rate. No, it's not going to raise your heart rate. No, you're not going to be dripping in sweat like you would if you did a workout or some type of, or ran sprints or something. But it absolutely will contribute towards increasing your metabolism and in turn your appetite. So when you go a long bout without eating, 12 hours, 8 hours, 15 hours, when you're awake, I'm not talking about when you're sleeping, then what's going to happen is you're missing out on that thermogenic payload, on that metabolic payload. And another point to feed off of that is that when you take a shake or a smoothie or any kind of liquid isn't digested. Liquid is absorbed. And if you've watched some of my meal prep videos that I've put up, or one thing you'll notice is I almost always use a lot of fibrous, cruciferous, multicolored or leafy green vegetables that take up a lot of space. And one of the reasons for that is that if you can use a thermogenic food to make a high volume meal, that will force your digestive system to work harder. And there's all sorts of other health benefits too, but I'm just talking about fat loss and metabolism boosting right here. So another problematic thing with the intermittent fasting is that anytime you don't eat for long bouts, your blood sugar dips, and it dips really low. Your blood sugar really, really gets low. Okay, you don't ever want that to happen. And let me pause right here. Your blood, and I'm going to explain why. Your blood sugar is regulated by your, let me get that backwards. Your hunger is regulated by your blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar drops, your brain sends signals to your belly to scream, feed me, okay? So when that blood sugar gets really low, what do you think is going to happen? If it gets too low, that rush of hunger is going to hit you super hard and super fast, and you're going to be, almost near starving when it finally hits you. And you want to prevent that. So intermittent fasting doesn't allow you to do that. We want stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. Those are two reasons right there. I think 2 or 3 reasons. Hope it helped. If that helped you, thumbs up, like below, and we're out of here.